Hi, this is Tanya with Texas Turner Rascals, and this is my third opening. Now, these are going to be like supplies and things like that, but I still do my box openings with them. And if you saw the last one, I got some cuties. I got a blonde-headed Betty and a beautiful Marley. Alright, that is all that was in there. Now, let's open these up. You have to understand, when I'm ordering supplies and things like that, or I'm getting boxes, because of my memory, well, it just goes where this one doesn't need to be shown. It just happens where I forget everything. So it's all new. Literally all new. So let's see what's in this bag. We can work this one together. Okay. We have my sand sticks, and then I use also these little cuticle things, but I do use these. And I've got some more hooks. These I actually got for free on the Temu. Was it Temu or Ali? I don't know. I do get supplies from there, so, you know, it does save money there. And I also have people that when they buy babies from me, or me doing work for them, then they give me supplies too, so it works really well. So yeah, I got these as well, but these aren't for that. They just happen to come in the same package, just like this right here. I got for my remote, because I get tired of it sliding through my hand, so I got a handy dandy remote control. Of course, it's purple and it glows. Okay, thank you so much for that. Then I have my little marker pens. Then, let's see what else I have in here. This is my what? Oh, it's a little razor thing that it helps with my eyebrows and stuff. I don't tweeze or do anything with my eyebrows, but when I'm working with the babies, then I use those for the baby's eyebrows. That's one of my little tricks, because I don't like the way scissors round out their eyes and pull or whatever. Then I got another little easy holder, because I do name pieces and stuff, so I use these to grab the beads where I don't drop them all over the place. Because with my KFS and my spina bifida, it causes issues where both of my hands do the same exact thing. It's pretty weird and funny at the same time. And I'm going to go on and just ramble through this, and yeah, just wanted to share with y'all what all I get. Some things I don't know what I get, like I said, because I have people that get it for me. But let's see what's in here. Oh yeah. It's a bracelet little thing. It's to my niece, my badass niece. Okay, and then I got, because I'm always needing a sharpener to borrow on my kids, I ended up getting me a sharpener for my pencils, my Prismacolor pencils. And then I got some more of these, because these are amazing jobs. And they're so much cheaper than buying them on any other place. But these are armatures. You can put them in your dolls. They even come apart and stuff, so you can use what you need to and turn and spin or whatever you want to do with those. These are great in the legs of dolls you want to stand up. Surprise, Robin. That's my secret. Okay, and then I did get some more markers, because I need markers to write addresses on that can be legibly read. As some of y'all have known, some addresses have been wrong on there. And let's see, this I think is my little new paint palette thingy. Like I said, I do buy supplies in cheap places because it allows me to get what I need, and I'm not spending a fortune on it. So, yeah. And they don't mean like it's supplies. I don't like keeping a bunch of supplies with paint and stuff like that in them, especially if I'm crossing them from silicone paints to vinyl paint. So I do use a lot where I split what I get and I mark what I do, and I use like so much supplies on just vinyl and then so much supplies on just silicone, because you do not want to get the silicone stuff mixed with the vinyl or vice versa. For some reason they have chemical reactions. You don't even want to keep them together like this or touch, like I do with Betty and Marley, because it will also rub off on them. Another thing is sometimes if you're going to put dark colors on them, it's okay, but you want to wash it immediately before you put it on it to get all that extra dye out. So those are some little tips there. I'm sure a lot of people already know, but if you don't, there you go. And then when you're rooting a baby, I'll go ahead and show you that too. I'm learning these from other artists, so it's not me just magically knowing. But you want to keep the needle as flat possible in the direction you want the hair to go in. And that's what's going to make me a better artist, is getting feedback from y'all and others, because at first I've been so used to making little bitty ones, and there's a lot of red in the little bitty ones. So then I was making one for Miss Christie, and I'll show you how he turned out. Check him out. Can you see him okay? There he is. Even with the rooting and things, his eyelashes, his face, and then he's got the whole creasing. Let me raise this up out of the way. The little creasing things. So each one of these babies that I'm doing for y'all, I can definitely see the progress. And in the veining as well. Look at that vein. Isn't that a pretty vein? Can y'all see that vein? Alright, so, and they named him Dylan, so he will be going to his mama as soon as I pack him up. I was just waiting to make sure his varnish and everything was completely dry before I wanted to box him up, because I don't want it to fade or rub off on anything. Oh, and some of y'all out there, we've been using diapers and things for putting on their faces and stuff, and I just learned through an artist that's been doing this for 15 years to use saran wrap instead, and then put the diaper on, because some of those diapers have oils in them and they actually will mess with the face of the baby, because the oils, and being in a box, it's either going to sweat or freeze, however the weather is. But it gets on their face and stuff, and that's what makes them, when you get home with them, then you're opening them up and saying, oh my God, they're too shiny, or spots rubbed off, and it's not the artist, y'all. I think it's honestly the diapers, and that's what the artist that told me she was having a problem with, so she was ending up taking the babies back in and fixing them up, and then she realized, hey, I've done this twice to this baby. I've put a diaper on her face, and it still did the same thing, so let me try this. And they wrapped them in saran. They wrapped their hands, their feet, and their face in saran wrap, and then put a diaper over their face that way. Now, it is just a little bit more work, but it lets you know that your customers know that you do care about the product that they get and their baby. So yeah, I advise getting some saran wrap, which is really cheap for a whole big old thing of it, and just wrap their hands, their feet, and their face before you put the diaper on. And this is Tanya, Texas Turner Rascals, and I've had a great time with y'all. Look forward to having more videos, and if you want to learn something and I don't know, I will learn it and then I will teach it. So yeah, stay tuned. And this is Tanya with Texas Turner Rascals signing out. Where's the stop button? There it is.